So my previous video ended abruptly. So a recap of what I posted on Facebook in the past hour. What I hate what the happens. What happens sometimes. What else do I laugh? Because this is trying to possibly to get a picture of my ass. Or he possibly wants financials from this year and then mock me and trying to get me ilusionada that he's going to give me 50 million. They're like, oh, you haven't sold a piece of art this year? Sorry, kill yourself. And here are a few artists that do sell more than 50 million a year. They're very menoritos, very girls. Ew, él se cree que because I've never asked him on a date, this is my style of communication. I'll never get it to. Anyways, I texted Edgar earlier in case you missed. I want to eat food from the motherland and I don't have money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Jayden's response to that. I was like, do you not have a book? I just called Jayden and Keilany earlier. How are Jayden and Keilany? So, what is this? What was I gonna say? Didn't answer the phone. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm extremely bored. I'm extremely bored. What else? 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 More than a person. Okay, so my money to date him. He gets in the way of me receiving money, so I can't date. Then he goes on raping people, getting raped, trying to get me raped. El tipo un puerco no basura en la creación. Él ha prometido mi vagina a esa gente posiblemente more times than he can provide it. He's not that type that can get me in bed with people that I seriously don't find attractive. He's disgusting. He's disgusting. He violates human rights. He's disgusting. You can think of everything how many sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of receiving. What else? 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 I'm bored, gente. I'm bored. So bored. A comment that I just received on my other video. I'm not stable. And I know that. Try being stable in a group of people of gaslighters. One ends up with a nervous breakdown. That's why I say to myself, and I don't talk to any of those minoritos. I honestly don't. What is it? Thrive in that environment, anyways. What else? I'm gonna order food for myself. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. Anyways, what else? What else? What else? What else? Is sharing my girlfriend become to inform as you see and suggest this time, this time. He wants to try to get me to kill myself. He's the system. He's paid people to be emotional that he's introduced to me, introduced her to me as a condom. For me to be jealous and loyal with him. No, feel like that. And why am I not there about me? El tipo más beautiful, basura. You can decapitate definitely whatever her last name is. If she stays in my home with all my permission, steals my vehicles, gets them delivered to me, and or steals my money, you can decapitate and have me inside of that everything is not my money and getting the way of everything. It's April 21st. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. And this is what suddenly will come to people to instead to follow suit. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate everyone in my family of lords, and that is trying to rape me, so they steal my money, they get in the way of mercy and money. What else? 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 I'm bored. What else? What else? Something listening to music tip on the water, ties up being disposed made on circle. International comes forward. But yes, my reading is about the whole security in the US Air Force. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I was Jayden and Keilany. Jayden and Keilany have been separated from me since 2016. One Michael married me and one negative me. I got an apartment for myself to the 39 on me. You know, station period until Tiger, and then I felt that he and I and his household were in danger because her that's what else? I'm listening to the long garden as far as my self care. And you hear something me or just a coincidence. Behind him, sign up for the Air Force, so it looked like he was just happened to be in San Antonio. Then I don't really go. What else? What else? What else? So, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So I just say to Edgar, like, I was just raped and hurt how this placed my hand on his chest. And said, I get to look at his back, but I'm always still to pass. So it was peaceful. But this, you don't know, even if they get to go out for some, I would have been more than me. They don't, I guess, I'm sending this to people. They don't do that. They don't identify themselves as like I'm from a blood region. We don't start from that place or like we've met before. Or get behind the scenes. They have it. He that's what I was trying to I'm sorry. That's what they do. They study patterns of people that are poor. They're like, if you place these people here and there, then Jorge will deliver. One of them will deliver. That was the picture of her. What else? 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 All the people that I'm witnessing without witnessing. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate whatever it is. You can decapitate David. That's right me. In 2017, 2019, 2020, you can decapitate Michael Norman. That raped me in 2016. You can decapitate everyone that steals from you, gets in the way of your ceremony, and coordinated me getting raped. That's in the picture. I've heard the statistics of that. They just group together, even if they don't like each other. And that's their common goal to get my vagina picture. They're disgusting. Anyways, I took this picture and I didn't post it because I didn't know this. There was the there. What else? 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 I took this one. And what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Decapitate Richie Hill. Then they also paid for him to put cameras and record himself having sex with me, and then they're like looking comparison. Sadly, one person's watching, one has like this post, so you can decapitate Richie for raping me in 2023. You can decapitate and come in substance. Sometimes you still when you get in the way of your money. You can decapitate and watch those videos and then intention looking at it as porn. That's illegal. Like was quarters out of me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They're gonna tell me privately that that's the danger of information and being online. They're trying to deter me from dating someone. Like, I'm trying to be like, which so what do you use? I'm gonna be fine. You know that. And recording. Even girls that are trouble, but they can use it. What else? What they try to get one who talk to them privately. Just watching, you know, what do you guys get on video? Me surrounded by people. I'm bored. I want to be here today. Where can I find a pop? Something from you. Well, feel great. That's good. What else there is on here? I want to chocolate. Ano ba ito? Ilang kapagan? Permito sa iyo na order my money to my parents. So I funded them. Or totally unrelated to me. Like tomorrow, but I will get there on time, so by Saturday. More. Yeah, and I have to take on a resource. So, wait, let me get my Oh, nalibig is nagkweta. So, they have a pussy fest now. I must join that again. We're gonna like, what do you mean? She says my vagina pictures over there. And no one says they don't want to put it up. Just put the phone in and there's a difference. So now they have a pussy picture party and hopefully with the right people. What? We're going to in control with the FBI. Or the Department of Justice. Or will do. Hopefully it's not they can't. What? Well, my family of origin will just try to destroy it. Oh my goodness, this is just one. So, I'm in it. Oh, yeah. Very nice. I'll get those dishes out of the final practice today. Yep, I'll go for Harry. And, well, if I approve this, I'm going to. It's called Resign Before. Where's their position to this? And so, uh, I'm warm. I met them with you. I called her and I remember that for home. Anyway, saya matahan mo. Yo, I love you. Kajatita, singa yara yara yara. Dari bisa. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Oh, just there. I want to visit By Saturday, the chicken wings are so good. What else? 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 Yes, so fun. I want to visit. What's up? I've been there. Oh, that's fun. I can't remember. And I'm so going express. I've been there. And he's been raped or sexually harassed me. Airlines. Oh, it's so sad. I hate them. And then, like, oh, yeah, novio de because like, they're disgusting, pero parang que regalan sa mga gente. So, they're like, oh, and boys, so there are so cardboard extras. Yeah, sexually harassed, and they actually do that. Pero, nasty talaga. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So they're persecuting based on the jump que quieran. No regalo tan niños con like no ofrenda los tres años no aquí tiene mi hijo, aquí tiene mi hijo. Pues, un cancito. Sí, no, la cancera. No, pero I don't know if I've been to many of these farm houses. That one that would come clean as much. I haven't been there. What else? Eso fue lo que dijeron todo cuando dieron mi vagina picture. Why can't possibly? Eh, Pero it's what is that? It's what what is it? What is it? What is it? It's announced to me. So as long as I'm not there listening into what people say, I don't care. What else? What else? What else? Now you lost me here. With so many options. Forget 44, 42, I don't say that one, but I get this right on it. What else? 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 That's wrong because people say, what else? I just say it in the morning. What else? I'm gonna laugh so bad at these people. And I don't have anyone to laugh about them with. For real, gente, for real. I wanna laugh at como que é um staple. Ew. And then he has like 25 groups of Awesome Outcomes is the title of that group chat. And what they do is that he traffic them in there to talk along. And he'll read them that way because it's a safe Friday. And people are like, como que posso more, come here, eat me. And he's like, yeah, that's how you this way, my death to the senses. I'm so sorry. I'm working with my inboxes. And what else? What else? What else? What else? I'm not gonna pretend to be his wife, so he gives me some money. He doesn't go to jail. That's the outcome that those leeches were expecting. That's why they. That's why they verbally abused. What else? 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 What? I want to receive money. I don't find campaign. I don't receive donation. What else? What else? What else? This wasn't 2023. What else? What else? I'm not even with a donation of the word Andrew. She says, Andrew, that's the guy they raped. They're pulling Nick my blah blah blah. Well, sorry, money. Entonces, I'm not saying thank you to her. But yeah, that's why he wants to kill me. She's describing when she did that. Or it's another something that I don't think important on me, but they think that they're so disgusting in their counters of abuse. And they're like, well, what like is this check? They do that. That's why you gotta check the check. And you doing your human rights. Violating human rights is disgusting. They're like, okay, little girls that didn't have a grandma, they say, take your slowly, give me your money. Todo el mundo me dinero, me parece un espanto, pero ella. Well, he steals my money, he rapes me. He's disgusting. Ew, he's a fraud, he's not a man. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That was Richie right there. So she gave me, I posted that Richie was like needing money. So she gave me $100, and I've seen that story before that goes on like, give me more. Porque necesita más de eso. Entonces, yo voy a hablar con él. Lo llevé a comer, me puse a comer de eso. Entonces, me peleé con Richie. So that's why él me dio un challenge. After that, Beatriz, and sent me $50. So they're like, what does this mean? So Beatriz pides varias versus special initiatives and and people say they're supposed to be like a college grad doctor degree candidate that thinks in the person. Yes, especially for real. For real. They're way Oh, your face was ew, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Because seriously, I'm those shit. What else? What else? This is worth it. What else? Type and more. Didn't you see it the other day? Anyways, I'm an excellent mom and an excellent mom. Porque his boyfriend material to me. What else? 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 And more. So, but does it stay tight or no? So, they think that I'm like this. So me habrá llevado aquí y que habrá hecho con mi dinero. Damas, obviamente, did I tag 9%? Oh, they think that I'm gonna go based on patterns that are that I'm gonna be dándole a esta niña dinero para que los últimos 5 años están homeless y con hambre y no tengo dinero. ¿Y que te paga Carlito a ti con mi dinero que me roba? They're so dumb. Maybe I'm watching. Tell me like this. I don't need to back it up with showing not to people privately. That's how they sexually harass one. Show me how good of a mother you are. Dame una teta. Oof, gross. I've heard it all. I was growing up when I was in office. What else? I don't need to take it on the day service. That's my favorite. I'm afraid I'll be able to do it. Primero que nada, my first time. What else? What else? What else? What else? It's so annoying that even though that I don't I'm for people who couldn't do for real. Que me diga, me la tienen que mantener. ¿Qué digo? You know, there's a little time, but it's like, hey, Dad didn't want to do this one very respectful. I'm trying to find out. My God. There are people that were in there. Yes, and then he make a noise. Y quién sabe, ¿sabes towards me? Pues a la hija. Y él dijo que se va a mirar todo y el culo igual. Disgusting. What else you can make negative and some that make me what else you can make up there around the six vehicles and well, let's go to the money. Everyone that gets every single it is life. What else? The last one in the food they have groupings of their like wow. We must see that scene when ella se le trepa encima así. Culture. Like what he means, she's been homeless for 5 years and she's living in a wheelchair. I very promised me she'd be in a wheelchair for a little bit and I get to spin her around like this and bathe her. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. You can take me up to the system. They rate me as the woman of me receiving money. You can take up to everyone that is in the way more same money as does me money. This is my home taking information that saves my vehicles. One person's watching one has like this host. It is just what is no basically what else? What else? It's totally related to health. What else? What else? This is what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. You can look them in the main for the system that requires the one you need a all the thing I had never posted food on Facebook before when the windy thousands for stealing from me Jayden and Keilany. They're disgusting. 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 Or maybe I'm not that's not why I'm so drunk. What? I want to talk to this week. This. And that's how I get all my teeth extracted by accident. Like that, I let it noise and then take them off with the key. Or is there no dentist here? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? There's no dentist here. What else? What else? What else? Jag kan det här till mig har vi snarare sensationen där verkligen stämmer med det hela understanding. That's what people say. All did we have a clue que me digo durar de realizar uma rendida familiar what else? 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 Is true. What else? Half of them may have taken my house without my permission. Some may have been postponed because what else? 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 And people who go from us one person. What else? What else? What's this? What else? What else? My choice. I can listen here. And it runs with you, don't leave from the house. And you're very much it. But people say that people like me, when they don't post any sort of request, I just and inquiry or critique or mistake. And I will get back to you about that. And at the end of that penalty for abusing me didn't porque I'm not micromanaging the tool that I order and traslado de San Antonio y un policía lo copió y thinking that someone relatable. I just don't sir. What else? What else? Do I do I need oh people see the difference, they get mad. Sexual harassment and rape. I feel like that group. Oh, once this like the mobile sheets and like the voice thing. While looking at a picture of me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? what else? Over my eyes. What? What else? What else? What is this? I don't know. It is something. Some people said to be lucky. I don't know. If they found it in the it's like it's like a personality and they want to be that people. So, somewhat relatable. Somewhat relatable. What else? What else? Truthful. I don't know. Just the only apartment I want writing previous age. And I got somebody is looking to get creative goals. So I can just say to the one, do something for me. I don't want for me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? He's trying to kill me because it's like our new boyfriend could be. And a small right now dying. Like, how would I know? So he was like, sure, sure. Well, if everyone is there and you don't date me, we can young these people feel so much anxiety. I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna forget. Right? No, because I'm not gonna get something just like yeah. And yet, to that woman, it's what else? 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 El tipo un poco nuevo, supongo que es even the competitive in the middle sort of places ones that make me that's a question first. What else? Oh, that's possibly the last time that's sure. Oh, what just they want to micromanage my time and tell me, well, that's a problem. We're gonna have to kill you. Before we remember that this they're like, you haven't complied with our demands. Pero el cómo llega a que los comportamientos y no tenía. Y él no se lleva a dar su excelencia porque dice no. Porque entonces me ven like swiping my card y me graban allí. So wouldn't you swipe your card and I just stay there and look haciendo un minorito? Okay, if you want to fuck me tonight, baby, I'm like this person getting to the 70% for my second person. Swipe como esta que por no querer pagar él también. Y violar porque no quiere tener en cámara. It's swiping a card or handing out a card or a reservation. Porque si está así, lo que uso getting the death penalty or se hace lisiado. People say. For a while. What? This are not. What is this? Minus much. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. What are these? Oh, what else? Oh, that's such a freak. What else? What is this? What else? What else? What else? What else? Like, wait. Send my dinner for you guys. And I ended up with the 10 stuff that I wanted. What else is supposed to like five on this one? What is it, like $25 are so much fun. Those are so much fun. I'm hungry. Don't pasear. No tengo dinero. I just got them. Entonces eso es lo que le va a poner así. Y de ganar tarjeta. Sí, todavía hay como una grupo que puso. Él pone a la gente a pelear y dice, Cintia tiene gasto, no tiene carro, necesita gasolina, necesita que me haga mi pelo. Y él no tiene ningún gasto, se solo puedo robar el dinero de mi de la cárcel. Por eso me cuestionan que tengo que matar a alguien para ir a la cárcel. O que me den la pena de muerte. Entonces este tipo está en tanta droga that he speaks like that. It's like la tengo que matar para que yo ir a la cárcel o que me den la pena de muerte. Porque gente, qué vergüenza que mañana Cintia vaya al trabajo o con las amigas, wow, con las amigas. Con las amigas también. Con las amigas también. Yesterday also my little baby is just not talking. I just created it. Told me cool. No, and I will cut that. No, the waiting to see what happens. Silambang, what is it? You should shoot them as they're watching me or reading me. You should just enter the home. What? What? I'm so bored. I'm so do I want the music? What else? I like these. What else? It's all better. What else? What else? So pretty. So pretty. I'm bored. You can make me you can decapitated everyone that stays in my house without my permission. This is my everyone that stays in my vehicle without my permission. So what's the only opinion that I need? It's not that foundation. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate and what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Here, let's send my mom. Oh, if I just open up this one board and the concert or the likes too, no? But sometimes or like whatever. What else? 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 You can decapitate my homies. What is the sun? Waste of time. Did I pay like $6 or more? And I can pay like $7 for a session. Look at that. Oh my god. It is something. It's small. I didn't even get that. What else? Here's the phone. 624 and 4. What else? I'm bored. What else? He's dying, pretending to be jealous. You know, I talked to them like, okay, think about cuando trabajo primero, o segundo, primero, antes de primero. Y luego que está, porque me encanta. Find a way to be millonario. Oh, ellos te cansan, ellos te cansan, ellos te cansan. They're like, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna. And then the girl disappears, literally gets depressed and kills herself sadly. What else? 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 What is this place? Well, it looks like studying this more than Sí, presidente. Soy la modelo de que la de que hay que darle unas manos para is the getting Hollywood not only anything that if there were an issue with their own their performance if they get paid, that gets solved nicely. Not with leashes like this. Move it to like a longer, huh? I mean, you tea. I do that. Well, tea is about to don't know these things. Yeah, but I can say I better take them. I better take them. Yes, so she's like, take me as I do. Please, me. Como si tuviéramos esta conversación. Y alguien cogiera una y she's like, I'm better than you, I'm better than you. La tipa bruta. La tipa's bruta. No one gets more notoriety in different places, ratings in different places. This won't ever be rated in the best locals magazine. Is right. Whatever it is. Whatever it magazine. It is headquartered in One World Trade Center, Manhattan, New York. What else? So this won't ever be featured as best local Santa magazine. What else? 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 Guys, the better stuff moment. Go to Casa de Kumari. Imagine me opening a concert of 2-year-olds. And say, you're Jayden and Keilany, take it. He's gonna drive it. monster, me a monster from God. I'm delusional. What do you find there? Iba tratando de sacar de ahí. Isn't that what he performed? I thought it was not like I get me. None of us see having your kids back in terms of him getting lost. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Where am I headed towards? Maybe Travis Circuit City. Is there fiesta going on? No. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can give me money in person. Through people. Through the campaign. PayPal is the sun. The sun goes straight to my heart. I need that in the art. Shop INTAYIAFAY and entire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is GoFundMe.com/Arlene dash Golden so dash my relative that I celebrate with this happening for her him because I have money to get to that person. What else? 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 Anyways, this is a financial situation. And it is the giant was showing or the realizations behind the scenes, like okay, all those different instas and Yemen, que tenían viciado with his big pictures and you look at your pictures. Going down to the reality. Well, that's not what they're doing when the scenes breaking apart. And when the right amount of Philippines are apart, then we'll start the same. They take the time to see there's so else like that. Because in Italy that does better than so we're like if the one in Italy doesn't remember, okay, if they try to kill me, then I'm just as close as because they're really most custody. So that's a veces. Imagínate this. What else? What else? What else? They're after my generational wealth that I don't have access to. What else? He's killed millions of people. Oh, do you have to do something? They said they were going to be there for me behind the scenes. Kind of thought that they were going to take the like whatever. what have I tagged in this post? The FBI, Interpol, NATO, U.S. Army, the U.S. Homeland Security Department, the Air Force, and people of international reported assistance to federal marks even the political justice and international reported assistance in the country to the reduce the money deployment. It's April 21st, 2018. The weather is closing soon. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. It is really él se cree que, oh no, todavía. Él se cree que él llega al aeropuerto en New York City y dice, estaban que iban a ver a él y aquí estoy yo. Dejaron de medirse los tenis o todavía. Ella muchos carreros, divertirse, to see what they can learn. No le quitaron medir los tenis para ver. love you guys. Embarrassing. Decades ago, they're like, una de esas no se van a casar a mujer, no. Pretending when someone money because she's under. No, no, that's fine. That's probably not going to go with me, but they're just you can take habit in moments, but it's just, like we so many of the worst.